Then, for a more advanced application, what if we need to represent an irrational number, like square root 2, which equals 1.414 blah blah blah, and on. Doesn't end very well.
In order to construct irrational numbers, such as the square root of 2, we can start with an isosceles right triangle, side lengths of 1. Then, by use of the Pythagorean theorem, we can solve for the hypotenuse c. 1 squared plus 1 squared equals c squared. So then we have 2 equals c squared. Thus our hypotenuse c equals the square root of 2. Continuing on this construction, draw a segment of length 1 at a 90-degree angle off the top vertex as shown, and complete the right triangle by drawing your new hypotenuse c. We can continue to use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for c. So we get 1 squared plus the square root of 2 squared equals c squared. Then we get 1 plus 2 equals 3 equals c squared. So c equals the square root of 3. Continue to use our construction method by creating a segment of 1 at a 90-degree angle off the top vertex. And continue to use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for your new hypotenuse of c. So we get 1 squared plus the square root of 3 squared equals c squared. 1 plus 3 equals 4, which equals c. And then c equals the square root of 4. So as you can start to see our pattern here, through our simple construction method, we're able to construct irrational numbers, whole numbers, any number we need. So after several more iterations, this is what your construction will look like. This is known as the spiral of Theodorus. Looking further into the spiral of Theodorus, we see that through application of the Pythagorean theorem, along with the simple construction method, we can see that the spiral of Theodorus can be described as sequences, which will yield the value for the hypotenuse or area of any iteration of the spiral.
So, after all this, we decided to go back and ask some people, what do they think about the Pythagorean theorem now? And obviously, this was the typical response.
Oh my god, like, everything makes sense. The world makes sense. Now that I understand the Pythagorean theorem, I'm gonna go out and end the world hunger.
The Pythagorean theorem, as you can see, it's way more than just a formula. Pow, pow.